We're now going to look at the concept of direction. Direction is the relative position of one object or place on a map from another. There are two ways to determine the direction of one place from another. Firstly, by using compass or cardinal points. Compass points are the main points of north, south, east, and west, as well as the intermediate points, for example, north, east, and southwest. And these intermediate points are used to indicate direction more specifically. With regards to north, there are three types of north lines. There is true north, which is the direction of the Earth's north pole, which is given at 90 degrees north. The North Star is directly above the North Pole, and true north is represented by the lines of longitude on a map, which of course are not parallel. The second type of north is magnetic north, which is the direction of the Earth's magnetic North Pole, the direction in which the needle of a compass points to. And the magnetic North Pole moves around the true North Pole, of course due to the change in magnetism of the Earth. And then the third one, which is the one that we'll be more concentrated on, is the grid north, which is the direction of the vertical grid lines called easterns. And these lines are parallel as opposed to the lines of longitude, which are not parallel. Right, so of course true grid north will basically have that perfect vertical orientation. The second way of finding direction is by using compass bearings. So bearings are compass direction or angular readings between 2 points measured in degrees clockwise from north or 0 degrees. Now at this level you must know the 16 cardinal points as well as their corresponding compass bearings. The 16 cardinal points, as you could see, start from north and then go to north northeast, northeast, east northeast. Apologies for the error there. It's supposed to be east northeast, east, east southeast, southeast, south southeast, south, south southwest, southwest, west southwest, west, west northwest, northwest, and north northwest. And of course go back down to north. And as you realize, each of those 16 cardinal points has a corresponding bearings. As you go from one cardinal point to the other, it increases by 22.5 degrees. So north is both 0 degrees and 360 degrees. So when you start from 0 degrees going in a clockwise direction, you go from north, which is 0 degrees, north northeast is 22.5 degrees, northeast 45 degrees, east northeast is 67.5 degrees, east 90 degrees, east southeast 112.5 degrees, southeast 135 degrees, south southeast 157.5 degrees, south 180 degrees, south southwest 202.5 degrees, southwest 225 degrees, west southwest 247.5 degrees, west 270 degrees, west northwest 292.5 degrees, northwest 315 degrees, north northwest 337.5 degrees, and then north will complete it with 360 degrees. So you need to learn your 16 cardinal points as well as their corresponding bearings. Now, how do you find the direction using both methods? These steps are steps that I have developed that will help you get the best or the most accurate direction possible. So the steps for determining the direction of one place from another using compass points or compass bearings are the same. The first thing to do is to locate the 2 points. Then you have to note your starting point. Your starting point is basically the point which you are taking the direction from. So basically, if you are asked to find the direction of point A from point B, your starting point will be B because it comes after the word from. So if the question asks, what is the direction of point, let me write it in here, the direction of point A from point B, your starting point will be point B because it comes after the word from. So it's very important. Your starting point is always the point that is after the word from. So that is where basically your starting point is. Another way the question could ask is what is the direction from point A to point B. Again, since the question says, well, the starting point will be whatever comes after the word from, point A comes after the word from. So in this case, the starting point will be point A, not point B, because it asks what is the direction from point A. So your starting point comes after the word from, so it will be from point A, so your starting point will be point A to point B. So it's important to know those starting points. Once you know your starting point, you draw a north-south line through that starting point. You then draw a line to join the 2 points. Then, this is how I advise my students. You will then place your protractor, which is your semicircle in your geometry set, with the 0 of the protractor along the north-south line, and then you will measure in a clockwise direction the angle between the 2 points. Your answer when you're doing bearings is given in degrees and is usually written in 3 digits. We really do not penalize you too much if you don't write it in 3 digits, but conventionally speaking, the bearings are done in 3 digits. If the compass point or the compass direction is asked for, you will then, whatever bearings you got in this step, you will then convert it to the nearest cardinal point. So an example, and I will just do a simple illustration here. Let it be a white page, right layout. Let me just put design and just say blank, right? Let's say, for example, I have point A here, and I have point B here. My question asks, what is the direction of point A from point B, right? So, going through the steps, first thing I have to do, I identify my 2 points. So, I have a point here, and I have a point here. The second thing to do is to find my starting point. My starting point is whatever comes after the word from. So in this case, my starting point is point B. And since this is my starting point, I will draw a north-south line through my starting point. So I draw a north-south line through my starting point. And I also draw a line, and then I also draw and then I draw a line, connecting the 2 points, right? So I draw my north-south line, and then I draw a line connecting 2 points. Then, if the question asks to find the compass direction, where I don't need to find the bearings, I still recommend to students to find the bearings first. Once you find the bearings, you could then convert it to the direction. That way you will have the most accurate answer. What you will then do is that you will then get your semicircle protractor, and you will line up your protractor like this. Your semicircle will go here. You will line it up along your north-south line. So if you know your protractor looks like it's a semicircle, and you will put your semicircle along it like this. So your semicircle will go like this, and you will start from 0. The 0 will be up here, or same thing with your semicircle. So your semicircle will be here, and you will basically be measuring this angle here. And once you measure that angle there, let's say for example the angle you get was about 20, you get was about 20 degrees. If the question asks for the bearings, then your answer will be 20. Can't get the degree symbol, but it will be 20 degrees. Of course, you're writing the degree circle will go, the symbol that goes above there. But if the question asks for the direction, you will equate where is 20 degrees in terms of cardinal points. And if you remember this diagram, 20 degrees will correspond closer to north-northeast. So your direction will be north-northeast. Or you could also put the abbreviation NNE. So that is how you find the direction, whether using the compass direction cardinal points or the compass bearings between 2 points.